Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to our Let's Try of Robothorium. This is our episode 2 of a little 3-part mini-series, if you will, and we'll probably follow that up with a review after that. Last episode, we kind of got into some of the introduction, some of the way the robots work and stuff like that. We just got back to the base for the very first time, so we're going to be able to jump into some of the things here. We've got a few tabs up here. A few of them are locked currently, so we can't do anything with those. We also have a world map, which currently only has one, mission on it, but eventually at some point more missions will start to pop up. Here's our equipment. You know what, let's go ahead and tab through these real quick to see if we got any better equipment for anybody. There's a rare weapon for our little iBot repair bot. iBot repair bot is what I'm trying to say, because it looks like a giant eyeball. Let's go ahead and give you that, because it's rare. It's going to be better than what we got already. And then we've got a little gadget over here. You don't have one already, so let's go ahead and plug that in. It's going to give us something. And it looks like that's all we can put there. What about you? You do have a couple weapons you could equip. You're currently at 31 and 3.1 on the crit, so that one would just be a pure crit increase, which I like. I like it. Let's go with the crit increase. I think that's going to be good for us. And it looks like we have a proto-drone over here. A little bit more resistance to damage, and plus a little bit more movement. So this means it's going to move you up in the list a little bit more often. At least it has a chance to. I like it. Let's go with that. And we actually have some gold too, which does tell me I did want to swap out one of this guy's abilities from, like I was talking about this last time. Which ability do I want to swap out? Probably swap out this ability. I wanted to pick up the pure, just AE, just in your face. And I may eventually pick up the digital reaping as well, just to kind of make this just a pure AE tanky bot type of thing. Let's go ahead and grab that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to play around with. And go that route. And then we have the hangar here. This is our hangar. Here you'll be able to buy and sell robots. However, these technological masterpieces are not what you'd call cheap. Unlike the shield of your robots, which regenerates between each mission, their structure needs to be repaired regularly in this hangar in exchange for some res. I guess that's what that coin is called, res. Obviously, here's our current bots. There's no bots currently for sale. And I guess there's no option to repair at the moment, so maybe we're full health or whatever, which is fine. Go back to the mission. I guess that's it. Let's go ahead and jump in. I think we're going to be introduced to our first reputations at this point. Saya, let me introduce you to John Wint. He's the leader of the Humanobots, a cosmopolitan faction who is peacefully resisting the rule of Chancellor Jeklov. My dear Saya, rather than waste time talking, how about we visit a decommissioned break tech factory? The cozy accommodation should allow you to gauge the situation for yourself. It's very cybernetic, humanoid type. I mean, he's definitely human, but he's got some technological, cybernetics attached to him, which makes him a humanobot. Halt, which I guess is his name. Look what you've got here. Good old John Wint trying to preach to a new audience. Halt. Have you considered the opportunity not to kill anyone on your way here? Your dreams of a quiet revolution have turned you into a sweet old man, Wint. Robots are dreaming of vengeance, and Saya would be a valuable ally for the Supreme Machine. I'm going with you. So we have two kind of competing, ideologies here. We got the guy, Halt, or Wint here, I should say, who's very kind of pacifist and just kind of seems like he wants to help people. And then you got Halt, who's just very much robot. He's like, kill all the humans no matter what they are, it doesn't matter. Even if there's a few humans that are kind to us, it doesn't matter. Kill them all type of thing. So a little bit of a conflict here where as we get into the decisions we can make within the mission, one decision might boost Wint, one decision might boost Halt, things like that. A factory that still oozes liquefied metal and molten thorium. This is where it all began for Break Tech, on the workbenches underneath the presses inside the tanks. Robots, weapons, chips, this is where it all comes from, and one day it will all come back. And when we return, we'll break the door down. Alrighty, so we gotta get some gear together, nothing really to jump out. So let's go ahead and start going through the dungeon. I got a couple different choices here. We're going to hug to the right side here. Intoxicate. Now the Intoxicate applies the corrosive to any enemies that you come across. And so we've already got a little bit of corrosive ability, but to be able to apply it just an initial cloud of corrosive is kind of nice. 65% is a little bit low, but let's try it. Perfect. The enemies are corroded. We have a cyborg here. Now we can capture him, unchip him, or kill him. Capturing him, I believe, benefits... I think it benefits the Halt guy. Killing him would obviously benefit Sorry, this benefits the Wint guy. This kill would benefit Halt. Unchip, I'm not sure what that one does. I can't remember. I mean, kill is obviously the highest. I'm actually going to try and unchip him to see what that does. I actually don't know what rep that might boost. Oh, cyber rights, which we haven't gotten into yet. But that's one of the other reputations that it boosts them for us, which, you know, that's fine. There's bonuses, and we can check into the bonuses here in a little bit. But there's bonuses for each reputation that you can carry with you into missions and things. So there might be certain ones you want to target. But anyway, here we are, some new enemies. Break-tech agents. Let's show them what kind of alloy robots are made of. Oh, and very nicely of them, they lined up in a straight line for us, which is going to help us with a few things. We do have one ability first, and then these other guys, they're all going to go, and then us again. So I think we're going to start with the damage reduction, since they are going to all get a turn before we even have a chance to go anywhere. As you can see, he took a tick of damage, so did he, before he was able to attack. That's just the corrosion that we've got on him. There's 4 turns of corrosion. I guess started off with 5. I guess it went down to 4 with the tick. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's still 5. I was looking at it wrong. So yeah, 5 ticks of corrosion. It's not half bad. Does mean we probably won't need the sulfuric ammo right now. But we can use the virus pulse still, and then splash that around at some point. Let's focus on... This guy down here's got the lowest health, or lowest shield, but the most total, you know, that we have to punch through. So let's go ahead and just start with this guy at the top here. And then here's the guy that we got the AE. Now, this is a little bit less of a setup for AE because of the straight line. Let's try Leak. Let's see if we can get some more damage penalties against this guy before we pass it around. That could be useful. And we did. Which does mean we don't need Thuriel focused on you, because we already got that. We can buff shields, but I don't think there's any point in that. No, let's just go pure damage then. 126 points of damage. Not half bad. Alright, there's our auto robot shot. 145 crit just from our little auto shot. I'll take it. Now, I did lose the guy that had all the debuffs on him, so we can't pass those around now, but that's alright. We'll just put some debuffs on this guy down here. You know, just because I want to see it, we're going to do the belligerent smash. Loses all of our shield, but we'll get a teeny tiny bit of it back. You know, a bit of a smash. Not much of a animation there, but I bet it would look cooler if there's more guys out here. Alright, both of them have no shield at the moment. You have no shield as well. You know, we're going to go ahead and take advantage of showing the shield regeneration. Buff you back up, get your shield back up, and you're good to go. Guess we could speed this up a little bit, huh? Let's go speed 2, see what that does. Let's go ahead and just take some shots here. Actually, what we're going to do is the splash ammo here. Spread this stuff out, and then this guy can probably just do a quick line shot. Take everybody out almost entirely. Just about, actually. Got rid of him. Not quite him. And then you can follow up. There we go. Easy enough. I'm not sure why Jaklov's henchmen were hanging out in this factory, but never mind that. We should do our best to extinguish the flames of violence. We got a rare weapon here and a common top, common weapon. Anything new that we want to upgrade? Nothing here. Oh, I guess it does show us the upgrade here, which is good. I'll grab that common weapon. Why not? Probably got to be better than we got now. And of course the top, since we had none at all, that's always going to be good for us. Rare weapon level 2. We're currently using rare weapon level 1. It does lower our damage a bit, but also increases our crit chance. Why not? Let's go with it. A little bit of visual upgrade there. Cool. Alright, let's go down and keep going. Gather some materials. One of the 3 things. In the beginning, robots were designed to replace humans in factories, hospitals, landfills. But then they started dreaming, thinking, and feeling. You've squeezed us out of the very last drop of oil, and your chancellor, this Stephen Jackaloff guy, now he wants to recondition us. We're not going to go down. We're not go down that easily. Sectors here. Oh, access to another sector unlocked. Perfect. Why not? Do these. I mean, if it does something against us, oh well. We're going to play around a little bit. See what some of these things do for us. Looks like this guy's stunned right off the bat, so for the next battle we have, he will be stunned right away. Which is kind of bad because he is, you know, the guy that's been giving us a little bit of a shield at the beginning. It seems that this robot is not operational, but maybe you could upload yourself into it. Expand the list of your allies, Saya. You will need some to fight against break tech. Let's reactivate this guy. Riot X891 reporting for duty. So we got our little riot bot here, another defensive bot. It's going to be good for us. And then we'll move on him. Let's come down here. EMP device, let's deactivate it. It's got the best chances, and I don't think we need to do... Oh, we failed. We're going to probably all be stunned, maybe? Ouch. Oh, no, we got a little bit of overload. That makes sense, I guess. Oh, and we got our first fight. But we got an extra tanky dude. That's helpful. This guy, unfortunately, was stunned, so we didn't get that to begin with. There we go. Now we're... Oh, that was a stun tick. Never mind. Alright, what we got here? We got a couple line abilities, or at least we got a line ability. We got this one that does cyber bolas, which at some point I know we can upgrade because I played with this guy a bit. You can upgrade this to bounce around a little bit more. Intervention obviously helps redirect damage away from somebody if they get a little bit low. But let's start with the shockwave. Chance to stun. It's not a huge chance, but there's 3 guys here, so a decent chance that one of them will get stunned. And in fact, one of them did. Let's start with... what do we do here? We already got corrosion out. Let's start with this on this guy. And then maybe we can pass that around from there. I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of the of pure AE at this point. Why not? Boom! Oh, that was a big hit across all of them. This guy right here took 261 points of damage. Alrighty. You're completely empty of shields. Let's go ahead and regenerate your shield. This guy right here is almost gone, though, already. You know what? We're just going to hold the line thing again. That might actually finish this guy off in the middle. It should, actually. Of course, he's the one that got stunned, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and pass around your debuffs to somebody else. And then you... Why not? Let's do this one. There we go. Get rid of that guy. This guy's got... I was going to say, he's about to take some damage. This battle's going to go pretty easily, especially with that corrosion on there. That corrosion is so strong. Alright, anything we want to do to you, we can debuff with you with Thorial Focused and reduced heals. Actually, since you do heal, we'll go ahead and do that. So as you can see, the debuffs start to stack up quite a bit. In fact, we can even reduce your speed. Why not? Oh, that is going to cap you out on your overall overload, which if we kill this guy, it would carry over to the next battle. We don't want to do that. Oh, wow, that auto robot shot just completely nuked him. Big time. Cool. Done. Now, let's go ahead and just keep moving. We'll go ahead and deactivate this, hopefully. Barely. Still looking around for some of these other things. We'll capture you if we can. Oh, nope. Danger level plus 10. I mean, normally I might not do all of these, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're playing a game where you have permadeath, but, you know, for the sake of the video, why not? See what some of these things do for us. I'm going to deactivate that. That seems relatively safe. And I'm sure there's ways to get increases. And in fact, I think that's what some of the reputations do. Increases your success chance of certain things throughout the missions. All it took was a simple revolt to set things off. When the robots took to the streets to demand their rights, Chancellor Jakalov ordered the Purge, an unprecedented wave of repression that, stop! Jakalov and Breakdeck have joined forces to create us, and now they want to destroy us. That target on your back is part of your design, Saya. It's either them or us. Alright, we'll go ahead and come up here. Another battle. Nice little line here. And they all still have the corrosion. That corrosion is a pretty big deal. Maybe a little OP, but I'm okay with it. Alright. I am going to go ahead and start with this, because again, I want these guys back here on the back line to be a little bit more protected. These guys on the front line can kind of handle themselves a bit, so I'm not too worried about them. We'll go ahead and do this so we can get one of these guys stunned right off the bat. We did, in fact. Perfect. And now... You know, I was focusing on this guy before, but I'm actually going to ignore him and focus on one of these other guys. Start passing around stuff, just because that guy's obviously going to lose a turn anyway. Alright, I like the fuel... I like the smash, obviously, but fuel drain might be better. Get some more debuffs on this guy before we start passing him around. Now, you got a lot of heat. Again, our heat carries over from the previous battle, so we got to worry about that a little bit. You know, if we're going to pass this stuff around, let's go and just completely debuff them all the way up. Alright, we got to rest with you because you're getting too hot too fast. Keep pouring into this guy for now. Or right before we're gonna pass some damage around or pass his debuffs around, he gets one shot. Maybe I should have shot somebody else. Oh, that's funny. It's a really bad problem to have, right? I killed him too fast. We'll just kind of go back, try and debuff somebody else then. Your damage or your everything looks fine. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and belligerent smash. I know it's gonna drop your shield. Actually, no, I don't want to do that because these guys have an attack before we can buff it back up again. Never mind. You know what? Let's do a regular, just straight up attack. Because that's going to give you some of your Neo converter, which will help a little bit. Oh, your what I'm trying to say, your overload is getting a little bit high. I'm going to go ahead and debuff this guy up. I'm not going to kill him this time. I'm going to try and avoid killing him. Although if the robot shoots him, not much I can do about it. Let's go ahead and bolo this guy. Ebola, I should say. There's a chance to reduce his speed. Perfect. Okay, the robot did not kill him. Now we're going to do a splash ammo. Pass all those debuffs to somebody else. And refresh his corrosion timer, which is awesome. That should kill the guy at the top and do a little bit of damage to the guy at the bottom. I'm okay with that. Got tons of debuffs on this guy down here. And like I said, now you can see where some of the game comes in. And again, some people like it, some people don't. There's this whole huge on the buff, debuff, you know, side of things. So I can see both sides of it for sure. Let's go. Your heat's getting a little bit high. Although if we do this, he will die. Yep, we're gonna play it safe. I was gonna say because I think the robot's gonna shoot him anyway. Alrighty. And then you, last but not least, guess we'll you know, we're gonna do a regular shot just to kind of bleed off some. I'm gonna call it heat, but overload. Alright, everybody's looking pretty good. We'll just keep going with just basic attacks. In fact, I was going to say, that might end that guy completely. And it did. Oh, and we got level 3. Nice. And a rare weapon level 2. Let's check out our promotions here. Oh, I forgot to... When we got this guy, he was already level 2 and he already had his promotion available. And that's alright. I'm actually going to go ahead and bump up this to 100%. If it's going to happen, I think I'd like it to happen 100% of the time. And then let's grab you. Kind of thinking about swapping off. I like the sulfuric ammo though. If we don't have that big AE thing, this one really comes in handy. Big time. Especially if we can buff somebody up and then splash ammo around. So I think that's fine. What I may do is let it spread to another additional enemy. That could be useful. If we can get a shot off without killing them first. Actually, let's check anybody here have any promotions? Or not promotions, upgrades. You do have a rare top that you can upgrade with. I'm okay with that. In fact, even change the color of your eyeball. Also a pair of tentacles. Why not? What about you? Anything here? You're currently using a common weapon level 1. In fact, if we hold shift, we can see the comparison here. I think we're okay with that. Nothing to change there. Let's come over to you. Rare framework level 1 versus a common framework level 2. That's a toughie. I think the rare level 1 might be a little bit better. But I bet if it was common level 3, it probably wouldn't. But I'm going to go ahead and swap this one out. Why not? There's a big old backpack, it looks like. I could be wrong. Maybe the rare versus the common is not that much of a difference, but we'll go with it. All right, what do we got here? Oh, this is our guy. That's right, the guy that we just collected. He's got some really cool stuff. I like his grenades. I like his what's the other one that I've liked before? Obviously, a stun is great. Additional chance to stun. You know what? We're gonna pick that one up. Additional chance to stun. I like it. And then we'll jump down to you. You already have a level 2 rare. Here's another level 2 rare. A little bit more damage, a little more crit. You know what? Straight up a better weapon. I like it. And then we got a common framework, which obviously is an upgrade because we had nothing there before, and that's that. Here you can see our first mythic piece. It's, you know, got a success chance of actions and exploration increased by 5%. So if we had one of these guys, which is the Zerker guys, then we could use this, you know, to get a little bit of a bonus. So you got a few of those pieces floating around as well, which is cool. Alrighty, what do we want to do with you? We already went this route before, and you know what? I think getting just a guaranteed chance to get an extra penalty with our ability to splash things around, I think that's going to play into our team quite nicely. Alright, let's go ahead and go over here. Mark, please pass the thorium calotron. Mr. Jackal will be proud of our handiwork. These brick tech engineers are reconditioning a robot. Keep your cool and let them leave. But beware, Saya. Words are hard. But beware, Saya. Violence draws attention to us, and the last thing we need is more surveillance. One day you will understand that violence may serve to tear down, and violence may also serve to build. It's bedrock. Violence will wrest our rights from the claws of Breaktech and Jackalov. Can't let them win. I can see his point, but I think we'll spare the engineers. Which does give us a huge boost to Humanobots and a huge negative to Supreme Machine. So, again, there's those choices. Thank you for giving human wisdom a chance to recognize you, Saya. The movement will be united, or it won't be at all. With revolt as its source and serenity as its means of action. 2 species, 1 world. You have no idea how the world works, and you chose the wrong allies. You chose the way of weakness. Supreme Machine can do without you. They obviously don't like me. Did everything work out as planned? I understand that you had a difficult choice to make. Those internal wars between rebel factions shouldn't even exist. Now is the time for unity. Almost level 3 on our riot bot over here. Alright, in fact, let's go ahead and check out here. Humanobots. So, here's a little bit of write-up about them. You can see the different tiers of that we can get up to with different reps. First tier would be increased reputation gain towards all factions by 20%. That's pretty good. So this might be a guy that we want to focus on first because it'll make all the other ones easier. Level 2 reduces the duration of all demonstrations to 1 mission, which we'll get into some of the demonstration stuff at some point later. Maybe. I don't know if we'll get into it in the Let's Try, but there's just different mission types and things like that. And then Diplomacy doubles the chance to get a mythic item at the end of each mission. Oh, that's really cool. But of course, Supreme Machine, who we have a negative currently, increases res gain per energy cold by 20%. Oh, that's kind of cool. And a few other things. And obviously, we got all these other ones that have different bonuses as well. Currently, we actually have 2 missions available. So this is where we start to get more missions that we have choices of doing. This one down here is the story mission. This is continuous in the story. But if we wanted to kind of farm up a little bit more XP and things like that, we can go with this one and get some more money, some more materials and things of that nature. We also have the black market open now. The black market, you'll find everything you need and will be able to sell what you don't need anymore. There's only one rule. You've never been here. Alright, so we do have some pieces here that we just don't need anymore. There's a couple things we could do with this. We could either sell the things that we don't need. Oh, actually, it's over here. We could sell the things that we don't need, or we could save them and break them down at some point in the workshop. I think early on it's okay to sell, because we're going to get plenty of pieces, quite frankly. So we're going to go ahead and just sell all this stuff. I think it's going to be perfectly acceptable. In fact, okay, I was going to say, is there a faster way to sell? Does not look like it. We'll sell everything. We'll sell that. We're going to hold on to this thing just in case we get one of those guys, because it is a mythic piece. Why not? And then we'll hold on to all of the little bits and pieces and the blueprints and things like that, which we'll get unlocked with the workshop at some point. All right, go back to, actually, let's go to the hangar real quick. We need to repair a couple guys. Looks like our guard did take some actual health damage, so it went through his shield and we started taking some actual damage, so we'll go ahead and repair that. Not too bad on the repair, but obviously important to do. We actually have quite a bit of money right now. I wish there were some bots available, but that's okay. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the next story mission. Craig Hashon. He's obviously very much tech with very little human left over. Quite the opposite of the Humanobots, which is very much human and a little bit of tech. Hello, Saya. I'm Craig Hashon, the leader of Cyber Rights. Sarah told me a lot about you while you were in the factory with the Codger and the robot. Cyber Rights is the first faction in the world fighting for the recognition of cyborg rights. That's right, robots aren't the only ones being oppressed by Jackaloff and Brektek. Well, well, what's the hubbub? Ah, Saya, so you're the famous artificial intelligence that Sarah found. We have Soraya Raffi. Very mechanical, but not necessarily like part of her. It's just attached to her, kind of augmenting her maybe. That's a very, very bloody chainsaw looking thing on her arm. Get out of here, Raffi. Saya and I are going to Brektek Lab. Captured cyborgs are being prepared for reconditioning, and we... Unfortunately for you, I think Saya needs to know the truth. Robothorium seriously needs smarts like hers. So, again, conflicting ideologies here. Saya, do you know what a cyborg is? When a human being receives a mechanical prosthesis, the thorium which powers it seeps into their blood, and they develop an extremely contagious cerebral pathology. Contagious, but curable. Brektek is installing a chip in the brains of cyborgs, which seems to contain the infection, but it actually transforms them into empty shells, who Jackaloff then recruits as soldiers. Oof. Alright, guys, we have to reverse the flow of thorium and conditioning chambers and shut down the power. Alright, so, nothing really, we just gotta find the thorium stuff. Let's go ahead and come down here. We'll hang it right here. We can destroy, reassure, or deactivate. We'll reassure you, little drone. You're our friend. We're part of our robotic whatever. And did find us some enemies, which is going to give us a speed boost. I like it. In fact, let's go ahead and engage us right away. Ooh, cyborg apprentice. These riflemen are chipped cyborgs. Put them out of their misery. There's nothing left we can do for them. So they were surprised, so their speed is reduced by 50. Same kind of thing. I think we're going to go ahead and... Excuse me. Sorry, I had a cough for a second there. Go ahead and buff our back line here. That's going to be fine. This is our frontline dude. Our stunner. Let's go and see if we can get a stun off early. Weren't able to get a stun, but that's okay. We can start with an early belligerent smash, but I don't think I want to do this unless we have the shield guy ready to drop something on him. So I think fuel drain will probably be okay. And then you... Since we don't have corrosion at the moment, I think starting to get corrosion on somebody could be useful. And then we'll try and pass that around here in a moment. Use power. Alright, so... Thorough focus review. So let's go ahead and just stack this guy up. Again, the target, or the goal will be to pass those debuffs around if we can. I think we're going to do another stun attempt. It's going to get us a little bit high on the overload stuff, but not too bad. Oh, we did get a stun off. You... Kind of don't want to do too much damage to that guy, so I'm actually going to just do a regular attack to one of these guys. Get a little bit of the Neo, or Nano Converter, I should say. Sorry, Neo Converter, I was correct. And then we're going to... We could add the Overheat and Marked Target. We've already got Marked Target up there. Overheat would be nice, but I think I'm going to go ahead and splash ammo because this guy's going to die here in a moment anyway. And we did splash it to 2 different guys. Perfect. That's going to work out really well. And as you can see, you can kind of start seeing some of these combos. And if I do this with this guy, and it's going to help this other guy do his thing, and things of that nature. So it really starts to play in pretty well. If I boost this guy's shield up, he can do a really big AE attack. You know what? Let's do it. Why not? His AE attack's going to do more damage than this guy by himself, I think. You kind of need to burn off some health here. Spread the load a little bit more before this big old AE smash, because I was going to say, it's going to get pretty close to killing those guys. follow-up robot attack. Took one out. Perfect. Could do another splash of ammo, because there's another guy down here. Why not? Go ahead and get that guy corrosived up. And he took a tick. Killed him off. A little bit low on health, or on shield. Let's go and bump his shield back up. That's going to be fine. Oh, that overloaded us. That's alright. Not the end of the world, but will carry over to the next battle, unfortunately. We'll go ahead. Oh, that's going to overload us. We'll do this then. You are actually not in danger of being overloaded, so we'll just do a regular attack here. And I bet the robot finishes one of you off. I was not expecting to finish that guy off. Hold on, we'll just attack this guy and finish him off. Done. What a waste. See, Craig, this is where your stubbornness is leading the cyborgs. Cool. And we got a little bit of gear. Alrighty. Let's come back here. Flow of thorium. Reverse. We all know this chip is not a viable option for cyborgs. Let Biothorium find a vaccine, Craig. Rafi, you're insane. You've killed more cyborgs than Jackalov researching this stupid vaccine. What results do you have to show for it? None. Now we need to cut the power to the chamber so we can release the cyborgs. Oop, another battle. These guys are a little bit more spread out, so our little line attacks are not going to be quite as effective. Oh, enhanced power. 25% increased power. That's pretty tough, actually. Let's start with... I mean, it's less effective, but it's still not bad. I mean, 63 damage times 2 is still more damage than this thing by itself. Let's put it that way. Although this one does reduce speed, so, you know, kind of take it one way or the other. You know, let's reduce speed. Let's do that. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. We can smash, we can fuel drain. I mean, smash is a little bit better in this case because of the way they're arranged, but our little robot guy would not be able to put a shield up on you very quickly. I'm going to start with this. We may do the smash later. Alright, you... Let's go get the sulfuric acid, I think, on this guy up here. Maybe we'll have time to pass it around.